Hello, all my lovely, spooky, wonderful, beautiful people who enjoy this time of year. I am sipping on my coffee because it feels like a very bookish thing to do. Also, I'm obsessed with coffee. So I am not feeling great right now. It is my time of the month. Oh, I am talking about something so awful and terrible. My period. For those of you who are uncomfortable now and your butt is clenching, bye-bye. But anyway, I'm feeling a little not so wonderful at the moment, but I wanted to come on and do a short review of an anthology I just finished because I thought, I'm looking for kind of some spooky Halloween-centric books to read this time of year. And why don't I start making some, little reviews of the ones that I'm enjoying. So before I forget, because I kind of go on to the next book and will tend to forget, once I think about it, I remember it, but kind of, now I'm in a new book, and so I'm not really thinking about the old book. So while I still have it somewhat fresh in my head, I finished it last night. Let's talk about, and these books will not necessarily be brand new. They're just, something that I found and I read and I enjoyed. So starting off, Night of the Living Queers, edited by Shelley Page and Alex Brown. I read a lot of anthologies and of different genres. I hate to say this, and I know, I'm sorry, my writing community, I know, but I'm not always the biggest fan of anthologies because out of, an anthology of, often 10 to 20 or more short pieces, there's usually 2-3 that I like, and the rest of it is just not for me. But this is the first anthology I've ever read, and it's interesting that it's in the horror genre. It was the opposite. I pretty much enjoyed most of it, except there was one or two that was just not for me. Not that they were bad or anything, just weren't my cup of tea, or a cup of coffee, as it were. But you have always said that horror is not my genre. I don't like it. I don't care for it. Not a fan of horror in any sense of the word. And then a couple of years ago, I started watching some things and reading some things, and I was like, oh, it's not really that I don't like horror. It just depends on how well written it is, how good the characters are, and how it's executed. Excuse me. So now, around this time of year, I'll read and watch this stuff year round, but this time of year in particular, I really kind of like to dive into the spooky genre. But so Night of the Living Queers was a wonderful anthology. Obviously, as the title might suggest, not only are the main characters queer, but the authors are all writers of color, and the characters are all queer POC. So it's really great to see that perspective on things, particularly in the horror genre. This has 13. Ooh. I don't know what that face was that I just made. Stories in the collection, and they range from everything to funny to really, really creepy. I just enjoyed it. Like I said, there was one that I was not for me, but I highly recommend this. I read it almost in a day. It took me a day and a half to read because it was just really it's just so good. I just want to stick with the stories. And even though the one kind of connective tissue throughout the stories is everything happens on Halloween night, and it is also a Halloween night with a blue moon, which is blue moons are not as rare as people make them out to be, but they're not common. And blue moons can have some ethereal qualities, more so than our regular moon. But anyway, otherwise the stories were all very uniquely their own and range from everything from ghost encounters to, you know, monsters, to who really is the monster. But I really enjoyed this anthology. It, you know, had authors like, oh gosh, now I'm going to forget names. Ah, damn it. I knew I should have wrote this down. Oh golly. Well, fuck me. I can't remember. But anywho, maybe I'll post it in like a comment. I'll post some of the authors. Because it was, there's will definitely be some recognizable names on there. And there were a couple that I did not know of, and now I want to read more of their writing. So, but if anybody is looking for a good horror slash spooky dive to start your reading list for October, I highly recommend this. And, you know, like I said, like for me, you know, it's kind of sent me down like, ooh, I want to find more of something this person's written. So that might help you find some more content to read for the month as well. But yeah, I thought I would start with this, Night of the Living Queers, again, edited by Shelley Page and Alex Brown, who both, by the way, have pieces in the anthology. Actually, I don't know if Alex Brown does. I know Shelley Page does for sure, because I really enjoyed that story. But anywho, why am I saying anywho? I don't know, guys. I'm in my 40s. It starts. Shout out to this anthology. I definitely would check it out if this is the genre you like or enjoy. And let's see. I'm gonna go figure out what my next read's gonna be, and we'll see how that one went. All right. So, all my lovely, beautiful people, I hope you have a spooky, wonderful October coming up, and we will see let me know what you're reading too, because I love book recommendations. Absolutely love them. So I am way beyond my reading challenge goals for the year. So now I'm just like reading for fun. I mean, I am always reading for fun, but I'm highly competitive and I compete with myself more than anyone. So when I set like, oh, I don't know, like an annual reading goal, I'm like, ooh, gotta make the goal. And I have way bypassed it at this point. Like it is like, you can't even see it in the rear view mirror anymore. So anywho, oh my God, I did it again. Ugh, turning into a grandma. All right. On that note, my beautiful people, I guess I'm a little loopy today too, hence why I need the coffee. All right. Enjoy your October.